family. How are you all? Pretty late. It's been a long day. Nevertheless, I hope you are in good spirits and in with good spirits. I'm the Hierophant, one half to elemental beings.
Hey y'all. Hope you guys are in positive energy and attracting everything you desire like a magnet. Because who could do it better than you, boo? Nobody, right? We're coming through with a live energy oracle card reading, okay? Make sure you guys take the message how it resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, right, leave us a heart and subscribe to the page, right, if you're not already. We greatly appreciate everyone that has been supporting the elemental beings, all of your spiritual donations, booking personal readings, sending messages of encouragement, and silent prayers, right, for our success and growth. We greatly appreciate you guys, and we send you nothing but light and love and many blessings to you of abundance, right? Before we get started with this session, we will say, like the Hierophant always says, all praise to the Most High. I do summons in the energy of Archangel Gabriel to protect us as we channel these messages.
Summons in the energy of Archangel Michael for clear and concise messages.
So by water, we connect with spirit through pure intent. We're going to jump straight in. We're going to tap into your energy. I feel really good. I'm looking at this sign and it says, be the energy you want to attract, divine being. Right? And as I look at this, I also see grateful, blessed, and thankful. I feel like, be the energy that you want to attract, divine being. You are literally a magnet, right? See, anything that you desire, you can literally call it into you, bring it into you. And the divine is more than willing to give you whatever your heart desires. It's the energy of putting in the work to get whatever it is so that the energy can meet right there, right? Be the energy you want to attract. But while you do that, make sure that you stay grateful, right? Make sure that you remember that you're blessed for everything that you already have, right? A lot of times we get so wrapped up in everything that we don't have, what we lack, the mistakes that we make, right? We just get caught up in everything that's so small when the larger picture is, be the energy that you want to attract. Strive for greatness. Keep going. Don't give up, divine being.
Good stuff. We caught a download early this morning, and I want to give it to you all because I feel that Spirit was speaking very early. And Spirit wants you to remember that you are private property.
That's right.
As you step into your divinity, and you know how you're feeling, and I want to say something. The intentions of your heart, they're going to dictate your flow.
That's real.
I mean, really check yourself. The world is becoming spiritual. The world is becoming full of spiritual presence, spiritual energy, and just a lot of metaphysical stuff. So remember that you're private property. Remember who you belong to. Remember what sustained you. Remember what God favored you, and remember that you are private property.
And that's real.
And remain private.
Also in that download, because Spirit just kept giving it to us today. Private property. Private property. I feel like divine being, let's be aware of where we are, right? Making the wrong turns, being in the energy of allowing people to know our whereabouts, so that we can be safe out here. There are a lot of wicked things happening to us divine beings right now, so we want to make sure that we stay cautious, alert, and we just pay attention, right? We know that we're highly divinely protected, but we should still always use caution, right? Like that kind of energy, okay? But there's something about being very, very thankful right now, right? Though there are many things you may lack, right? What is it that you are grateful for today, right? Oh yeah, give me that. That's like good energy. But yeah, so I'm hearing definitely blessed and grateful, okay? Be very grateful for everything that the divine is doing for you right now, even what you can't see. See, there's things being done right now that you have no idea, okay? I'm hearing like, your ancestors are like outside protesting for you, like that kind of energy. It's the energy of, it's like, this is such a divine time to be alive. See, because if you are woke right now, okay, you are about to witness, this shift that we keep feeling in humanity. Things are changing here, okay? Because we all know that the energy of the divine wins in the end, right? Evil only mocks things, right? Evil can never be authentic. So it's like, we're really watching, the divine plan unfold, right? Because we all know, right? Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. It's predestined, right? Like that kind of energy. If you were born to be a star, it's nothing nobody can do to take it away from you. It's like that kind of energy. That's the energy that we're in.
Be sure to remember when you begin.
This keeps coming up.
When you begin to work with the elements and you begin to do the things that you're doing, just remember that you're private property. And the reason why I say this is because I feel like what I'm hearing is, I'm going to express it. A lot of people are, you beginning to make offerings, you beginning to offer your fruits to, you beginning to, make your water sacrifices. Things are becoming real sacred for a lot of people. But I want you to understand this. When you step into those realms and your heart not right, what you offering may not be received by who you think is being received by. The energy of the spirit is very, very different than the energy of the physical world. The mundane and the metaphysical, they are two very different energies. They are the same. But I say, because the spirit realm is very tricky, it's predicated upon what's in your heart. That's what's going to guard you. What's in your, like for instance, some of you make offering by the water, right? To the spirits of the water, deities of the water, many of them that we know of. Many of us, we make offerings by the crossroads, or we make offerings on dry land and earth. Now, when you make these offerings, many of us call on deities, right? And according to your heart, you may not be able to contact the deity you're calling. Like, these deities require you to have the proper intent, because what you'll do, you'll begin to make offering to a malignant spirit that poses as the deity. It's not really the deity you're trying to contact, it's a malignant energy. So these kind of energies, they'll latch onto your life and they'll convince you to keep giving improperly, to keep moving improperly. See, I'm gonna tell you, when your heart is right, it's not all about the ritual of the offering. It's about the energy of your heart. You can go down to the water and offer something to any deity that you want. When your heart is right and your intentions are right, they're going to receive it. If your heart is not right and it is wrong, you could be drawing in a spiritual poser. That's a malignant trickster energy that comes into your life and it causes chaos. So let's begin to make sure that our hearts are straight before we step into the metaphysical. So let's get into these readings, y'all.
I'm hearing the name Claire. Okay, there's something about Johnson. Okay. I also heard the name Marcy or Macy.
I heard Ramel, Malik, Jaquan, Terrence, Dale.
There's something about the name Brandon.
Cora, Rebecca, Shannon, Lucy.
Kaya.
Kern.
There's something significant about 1980 and 1983.
I'm hearing Tobago.
Ghana.
Nigeria. Even Palestine.
Tokyo.
Significant energies associated with these channels.
Okay. I see the number 3.
Benin. Ethiopia.
There's something about Lady Gaga.
Yugoslavia. Bulgaria. Hungary. Wow, spirit is increasing the vibration.
There's something about bananas here and plantain.
Papaya.
Dragon fruit.
Mango.
Alright, let's see.
Let's go. So we have 4 decks. I'll be picking from 2. Then she'll be picking from 2. And we'll just keep the energy rolling. So remember, man could be a woman and a woman could be a man. Time is an illusion.
We have 5 days.
Energy is kinetic. We actually have 5. So we'll be doing a dual pull from the Spirit Junkie deck. So I have 1111 and peace offerings. An important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. Peace offering. White buffalo calf woman. So I feel like this is for a divine couple, a divine union. Could be going through some rocky times right now. Y'all could be in disagreement, maybe having arguments. You know, it's a lot of energy that happens like that around a full moon. Like it's like the negativity, it rises to the surface.
I'm hearing Life Jennings. Let's stay together. Can we agree to just disagree?
Okay, so with the peace offerings, I'm feeling that Spirit is wanting. If this is you and is resonating with you and your other half is now watching with you, then that means that Spirit wants this message to reach you. I feel a need for you to be the bigger one and step up in the situation. See, in twin flame unions, you gotta realize everything is not made to be peaches and creams because it's a mirroring relationship. So you begin to mirror. God forbid you an empathetic person, or both of y'all are, because then you begin to get a deeper read on one another. So a lot of times you begin to see things in your partner that they aren't aware that are in them, and vice versa. So it could be one big old energy of denial from you, who this is resonating with. It could be, you could be like honestly standing in a position where you feel like you're right, but you standing, you know. It's like, you know, because I'm getting 2 people that's tapped in. You know, you moving through your ascension. You think things are waking up in you that was sleep, and you both. And with that, it becomes an enhanced sense of sight. So we begin to see deeper into one another, right? And God, is God doing it. I'm going to tell you why. Thank you, Spirit. The reason why the divine lets this energy grow like this is because the divine puts you with that person for a reason. So that person begins to see deeper in you than sometimes you can see in yourself. And you begin to see deeper in them. And what happens is, when we get in this energy, we all have places that we don't want nobody to see, or places that we don't want to look at ourselves. So when somebody's able to see that deep, it causes us to be defensive, or it causes us to be in denial. But the thing about this energy is that Spirit is saying a peace offering is needed. a level of understanding, a surrendering, right, of your positioning. Whereas though it's like, if you a man, and you might be feeling like, man, I'm the leader, man. I'm supposed to be moving in this energy. I'm supposed to lead. But at the same time, Spirit is saying a peace offering is needed. A surrendering of your positioning that you may understand the duality of your relationship. See, everything has a duality, negative and positive. And for a woman, you could be standing in the energy of just basically moving like, well, you know, I hear from God too. I don't need him to tell me what God is telling me to do, or I don't. So Spirit is saying a peace offering is needed. Is a need for you to surrender your positioning that you may gain a deeper level of understanding. See, when you come out of your position and you say, okay. I just did it tonight, y'all. We were going through a situation, thank you, Spirit, and I had to sit back and say, you know what? All right, I can see how you can respond to me saying that, right? And it was a thing where she was like, you were screaming at me. And I wasn't necessarily screaming, but my energy was so sharp, it felt like a scream. And see, that's what we don't realize. We often scream at one another. And the way that we do it, we is not necessarily a loud voice. It's an energetic perspective. We begin to say things to one another that are sharp, subtle in nature, but they bear energy that cut, right? So a peace offering is needed.
Y'all know I be over here channeling while he going in. So there's a few things I have here before I pull. So there's something about the name Mitchell, okay? Fantasia, Mariah, and Glenn. Now, I also heard something about Butter Love. You got the love that I want, the love that I need. Where is Born's Butter, baby? There's something There's something about chocolate chip cookies. Okay, someone's eating cookies here, and then good times. We finally figured out the real words. What is it, babe? Hanging in the jury.
Hanging in the child line.
Hanging in the child line. But yeah, there's something about good times. Okay, Florida Evans. And yeah, okay. So Spirit also wanted me to go over. Spirit wanted me to read this before I started pulling any cards. Spirit thinks this is very relevant. Okay, when you need inspiration. Okay, the story, I don't know why. I know I'm supposed to be pulling cards, but this is what Spirit told me to do. When you need inspiration, the story of David and Goliath. The young shepherd David takes on Goliath, a giant warrior, with just a sling and a stone. But it's more than just a tale of the underdog winning. It's the story of faith in God's power. The battle is the Lord. So I feel like you could be like, you know, in the energy of spiritual battle right now, but Spirit is wanting to remind you that the battle is not your own. So you can feel the energy from the battle right now, Divine Being, but this is not a fight that you can even handle. So this is something that you have to just keep faith here. Okay? So there's something significant about keeping your faith in this battle here. Okay? 12-12 on the clock. We got 12-12 and 11-11. This could be your birthday, November 11th, December 12th. Shout out to you. Okay? There's something about 12-12 and 11-11. Okay? So we have Speak Your Mind. Okay? There's something about, there could be a freaking a cult member watching me. Something about this hooded jacket or someone in some kind of group, okay? There's something about, you remember those flowers we used to blow like when we were children? What's the name of those things? Dandelions?
Make-a-wish flowers? Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about 11-11, make a wish. Oh, okay. So Spirit is saying 11-11, make a wish, okay? So, yeah. Thank you. It's something about make a wish, okay? I'm hearing wishes do come true. I'm hearing dreams do come true. I'm hearing, you know, miraculous, right? God is miraculous. But there's something about speak your mind, right? I'm hearing speak your truth. Right? See, because our divine job as the, you know, messengers of God, right, is to speak our truth. So there's something about speak your truth, speak your mind, but speak your truth. Okay? There's someone watching me and you have two cats. One could be black and one could be like calico or multicolor or something like that. But there's something significant about cats here and dandelions. Okay, now there's someone that is that wore purple today. There's something significant about like a purple blazer or a purple dress and some purple boots. There's something significant about purple here.
The color purple is definitely significant.
Okay, someone could have even watched The Color Purple, the movie, recently. But, you know, purple also equates to royalty. So you could definitely be from a royal bloodline watching us. Okay, I'm picking up very heavy, like ancient energy, right? It's an ancient energy that I'm picking up.
Isn't your emotional colors purple?
Blue.
Blue.
But purple is royalty, 100%. There could be something significant about purple rain, Prince. Okay, you could like Prince watching us. Yeah. Okay, and then let's see. Allah, grief. Okay, so there's something about grief. Someone could have literally just like transitioned, and someone could be in grief. My condolences. I'm picking up transition energy. You know, but what I've been trying to get people to understand, see, it was one of the hardest things for me to understand. See, if you know me personally, then you might know that I had a very, very special connection with my grandmother. And, you know, when she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, it was one of the hardest things for me to understand because I had never lost anybody that I loved. And there wasn't too many people that I loved because, you know, I'm just a girl from Baltimore that, you know, well, in my childhood, I couldn't figure out who I was, so that wasn't real. And then as I became a teenager going into a woman, I had to figure life out. And I had never felt real grief. So when I lost my grandmom, I didn't understand that even though they transition, the energy is still available. So you could be feeling in grief, but use this grief. You know, it's called transmuting energy, right? We have to take our grief and we transmute it into positivity, knowing that the energy of our ancestors are always around. You just have to call it in. See, that's why we sit on our water on our altars, and that's why we leave out fruit for them, and that's why we go when we give our ashes to the water, right? Things of that nature, right? But there's something about grief. Okay, I feel like there's also someone that you feel down, right? It's just this energy that you just don't understand. See, these energies are spirits, the spirit of negativity, right? The spirit of depression and anxiety, you know, procrastination. Those are spirits, right? And what happens is when we vibrate low, right? When we start eating Pizza Hut every day, and when we start, just doing toxic things that we do as humans every day, we fall into a low vibration, and these energies are able to stick to us. So there's something about grief here, but even though I see grief, I feel like speaking your mind could really help you clear this energy. Okay, but I'm hearing this won't last forever, right? This too shall pass kind of energy. So there's something about having faith because, you know, this too shall pass for you.
Okay, we're going to pick a dual card from the Spirit Junkie deck.
You're crazy. Okay.
I welcome healthy and loving relationships. So with that being said, Spirit is wanting you to move into get out of the ideology of no new friends.
No new friends.
I don't need new friends.
You do.
Just get out of that ideology. Okay? Get out of that ideology. Get out of the ideology of I don't need no new friends. And I feel that Spirit is wanting you to open up to newer possibilities. You know, when you're thinking about healthy and loving relationships, a lot of time it's not coming from the people that you already spent yourself with. Like, you know, we have a tendency to try to go back and make things right. And all it does is it extends the cycle. If God removed you from a thing, right, and replaced you with another thing, a twin flame, in my case, on my side of the reading, right, and she'll give you a room of perspective from her side. But if God gave you a loving person and you found union with that person, right, you have to welcome in a healthy and loving relationship, because y'all could be two people that was broken that's coming together. And with that, it comes a lot of junk and trunk. So begin to unpack your junk. And as you welcoming in a relationship, it's basically saying, okay, this person right here is not like me, and I'm not like them, maybe from two different walks of life. So we welcoming in a relationship. This is something that we don't have. You have to realize that. See, you can't make something, you can't create something without the energy of it being there. So it's like, before you can have a healthy relationship, what do you have to do? You have to begin to mend and heal. And as you mend and heal, that's welcoming in a healthy relationship. I'm speaking in the case of a twin flame. You know, like, that's my perspective of the reading, because the cards landed on twin flame. The cards landed on peace offering. See, when you arguing and it's constant, you got to stop and realize, if I don't be the one that give the offering, we're going to stay in this energy. We're going to keep going. So with the peace offering and our welcome, healthy, loving relationships, that's the divine clearly saying it's time to advance. It's time to be like, well, I need to welcome in something healthy. What you have may not be the end all be all. I mean, just because you found union, that doesn't mean it's healthy. You still have to balance everything. See, twin flames, they the most toxic relationships if you allow it to be, because you have a mirroring dynamic. Sure, you have a deep soul connection, but just as much as you reflect the aspect of love, you can begin to reflect the aspect of hate from a very, very deep and passionate place. Because a twin flame union is not like a regular union. That's two people that have a very deep bond. So it requires a healthiness, right? You know, it's something when somebody look at you and they can say, I see you in your dirty ass self, right? And you have to be willing to be like, damn, I am pretty dirty. I need to clean that up. See, you can't be a person that be like, shit, I ain't dirty, you dirty. No, you both see the dirt in one another, you know? So the speck in your eye is in their eye. So what do we do then? If I got a speck and you got a speck, right? You know what the energy of the Bible says? If you got a speck and I got a speck, before I can remove the speck from your eye, I got to take my own eye. So that kind of energy. Like, before you go to try to get this person to be a certain way, you become a certain way. Get the speck out of your own eye. That's welcoming in a healthy relationship and a loving one as well. You gotta break down your the dual.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, so that's good. So I welcome in healthy, loving relationships, and then we have speak your mind. Okay. So a lot of times, you know, in divine connections, it's all about communication. You know, being in a divine connection is literally having, you know, a contract with God in the middle, right? So it's like, as pure as you want your relationship with God, you have to keep that divine partnership here, right? So there could be something that you need to really speak up in regards to divine being. And I feel like whatever it is, it could be something, you know, it could cause a little bit of grief here. Yeah. But I feel like, you know, the truth is always going to be better than a lie, right? So there could be something that, you know, you really need to speak on. Okay, you could be a divine feminine that I'm talking to. I have a, you know, feline energy over here. So you can definitely be divine feminine, but we do have divine feminine and masculine out here. Okay, I'm hearing something about, you know, healthy relationships. Sky is the limit, right? You know, a lot of times in life, we feel like, you know, after we are around a person for so long, you know, some of us, we become bored. Some of us become just whatever the energy is that people, us humans become. But I feel like, you know, Spirit is wanting you to know that you can go and, you know, you can always go and try to get another partner, but until you clean up your own act, you're going to get the same energy, right? So there's something about, you know, speaking up, relieving this grief, and welcoming in this healthy love, okay? Because I feel like it's definitely a healthy relationship, but I feel like, you know, there's no equal communication here. There's something about communication, is what I'm hearing, okay? There's someone that literally could have just had a miscarriage. I'm sorry to hear that, but I do have that energy here as well. There could be someone that definitely is in grief due to a miscarriage, okay? But with this energy here, I do feel positive energy. So I feel like, you know, there could also be like a rainbow baby. Okay. So if you are someone that, has recently gone through this, there is some message here about a rainbow baby. So, you know, stay positive and keep your faith here. Okay. Cause you could be struggling with this, but, you know, I feel like the divine wants you to know he's right here with you. Okay, you could have there's something about like a green maternity dress, or there's something like a jungle themed baby shower or something like this. There's something about I don't know. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, but there's something significant about a green dress, and it could be like I'm picking up a baby shower or something, or this is happen, or this is gonna happen here.
Okay.
And it could come from this, you know, this healthy relationship. It could be like someone expecting here after a loss.
You know, I feel like I just feel like God is saying thank you, like, and it's to whoever it may resonate with. It's like I feel like we in the energy of people seriously making changes. Like, many of us are waking up, I mean, to a newness of ourself, a newness of our culture, a greater understanding of our bloodline. And many of us are making decisions that are welcoming in healthy relationships. And for that, I can speak for divinity. And divinity wants to thank those. Because I just feel like they telling me mountains are being moved, right? And as I'm looking at mountains right now, and that's wild. So I feel like, I feel a positive aha moment. I feel like, you know, the word alas, A-L-A-S, it's a powerful word. It's found in a lot of old English texts. It's in the Bible a lot. And there's a strong meaning behind that. And I feel like if a person would go look that word up, you will understand how God really feels about you, because it's like in the last moment, you know. Sometimes, like when evil prevails a long time and then justice comes in, the universe gives a great big alas, right? So I'm gonna move into this next energy, see what we have. I've been digging this rhythm, y'all, with these two decks I got. Like,
somebody's having a problem with their knee.
Uh-oh. Knee trouble.
Somebody might have like just had a knee replacement or something is what I'm picking up. There's something about a knee. The right knee is what I'm picking up.
So I had autistic expression, Paul the Venetian, right? Okay. Let's see. Attract. The appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality, right? So I'm feeling like, and this energy is like artistic expression and attract. So it's kind of like an energy of, I'm getting an image as I'm speaking, and it's like of a man, and he's just like in his own way, moving like in nature, and he's moving in one part of the world, right? And it's things in another part of the world that he's affecting as he's moving. He's just moving, right? And what it's doing is it's attracting ultimately maybe a peace that this man wants, or maybe a humility or an abundance. But nevertheless, I feel that through artistic expression, we begin to attract, right? Let's even say in a relationship. You know how a lot of relationships fail? Thank you, Spirit. Because people fail to come up with ways to express themselves, right? If you're not artistic, let's say you're dealing with a person that has a very artistic energy, right? And you're a dull-minded person. But you have a lot of true emotion in you, right? But y'all off-centered. And maybe you just can't extend to the place where the expression meets their expression. See, when you have a person with a colorful and a vivacious energy, you got to come out of your so to speak, the Spirit say you got to come out of hermit. Like, because some of us, we get in this place where we just, you know, we so secure, and when it comes down to the person that we with or the people that we interact with, we too spiritual, or we too locked away, or we too ununderstanding. And sometimes people need that artistic expression. You know, I can give you a scenario where artistic expression attracts. Let's say I walk into a room and people don't really know me, but I grab the mic. And let's say this, thank you, Spirit. Let's say I walk into a room and I study the whole room, right? And as I study the whole room, I'm gathering material, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab the microphone and I'm going to begin to make jokes and comments about what I've taken in from the whole audience, right? Imagine me being able to have that much expression where I draw laughter from everyone. Like, wow, he really seen me walk. You know, that's artistic and that attracts, because listen, I walked in a room, nobody knew me. But as I began to work my magic, right, and I expressed it artistically, it attracts laughter. And then people like, oh man, that guy, he all right. Look, he's up there. This is the way that we can do also in our relationships, right? I know even with my masculines, right? A lot of things seem corny, a lot of things, but think of something. Think of masculine. I'm going to use that. Divine masculine man, right? You having problems with your woman. Y'all having issues, right? Do you ever think about maybe lighting a candle and doing something with flowers, or, you know, just doing something that maybe you was taught it was corny, right? But maybe this form of expression can attract what you're looking for in her, right? And for my divine feminine, right? Maybe, okay, I'm getting somebody, two scenarios. You got a man that maybe he's drawn to sports in a way where maybe it gets in the way sometime. Maybe you feel like you too old to keep watching them young boys playing you. But maybe you don't understand that he gets a vicarious energy, right? So how about you he come in the house one day and you got some wings and things, and you know you got the Sunday set up, got the jerk right, or you said what you do through that expression, you can attract a part of that man that you don't even know is there, right? Because why? Spirit is saying through artistic expression, we can begin to attract. And then it says the appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality. So what is Spirit saying? The phony shit not gonna work. No lie, listen. If you with somebody, let's say you with somebody and God placed you with them, and you're not happy, right? Now, you with somebody that God don't with you with, and you think you happy. You gotta make an adult decision. Like real rap, it goes beyond superficiality when it's soul pairing, right? What does that mean? Yo, if I'm with somebody and I feel like, well, I ain't happy, you know what I need to do? I need to consult with God and be like, well, God, is this the person that I'm supposed to be with? Aside from me being happy, do I supposed to be with them, right? And listen to what God say to you. Because a lot of us, what we do, we go keep trying to pick, and all we do is pick the same person over and over again. Why? Because it's spiritual. Right, thank you. It's spiritual. And you don't realize the depth of spirit that it is until you 50, 60 years old, and you realize, well, damn, I'm with the same person that I've been with since I was 13. In a different avatar, but nevertheless, the same old stunts, gimmicks, and maneuvers, right? So, boom, peep this. Artistic expression, attract, and leave the superficial shit behind, right? If somebody's saying something in you, and I'm going to leave it alone. If somebody telling you, listen, this is in you, and it's wrong, right? Don't be a person that be like, no, this in you, and this wrong. No, nothing ever going to grow, right? Be a person that can say, I watched her do it a lot. I watched her grow a lot, right? In areas where she had to work with me because I'm a little more harder. So I'll be like, man, it ain't me. Right? Now, you know what her thing was? When you say something to her, she takes it in like this. Now, you might not like the expression, but at least you know it went to her mind, right? Because, let me explain something to you about this dynamic, y'all. Stop letting people speak directly into your heart. Let it hit your mind first, because when you what goes in your mind, it can either be dismissed or accepted. Once it's seeped to your heart, you can't get it out that easy. So become a person, and I say this from watching her. I watch her let things impact her and her mind, right? And a person may be like, yo, that's crazy. Don't do that. That's exactly what you want to do. You know why? Because if you be a person that let everything hit your heart, chances are a person going to sense that about you, and they going to leave you stagnant. I've been there before. When people know you have a weak heart, evil will come right down that pipe. Dang, remember, the enemy, a divine evil, it doesn't have no concern about rules of war. Your weak area is they go area. It's like I wouldn't kick nobody when they was down. I wouldn't do that. And the devil be like, I love when somebody's down. I'm gonna stomp on them. That's the perfect opportunity, right? So just realize that and begin to attract greater through artistic expression.
There's something about Timbuktu.
Ooh. We got some people related to Egypt.
Okay, I heard Timbuktu and something about green jello. Okay, lemon lime or something. I don't know. Okay. So,
Egypt is a very strong bloodline, and many of us are related to Egypt.
I just heard Jessica.
I just heard justice.
There's something about ground and center. Okay, you could be a man with like locks watching me. Okay, picking up masculine energy, but there's something about grounding yourself, divine being. Okay, you could like literally need to go outside and take. I know it sounds like You know, it sounds so simple, right?
I did it earlier.
But we did. We went outside, you know. We have been working so hard that, you know, we have not had time to do anything. So we took today and we decided to go get grounded. So I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to get grounded as well. Okay? See, when you walk on the bare ground with your feet, it allows the energy to absorb in your body, right? It allows you to absorb the energy through your root chakra, right? Like that kind of energy. But there's something about grounding yourself. Okay? Someone's car could have got like sprayed with by a skunk is what I feel. I smell skunk. Okay? Like you could have, you could have ran a skunk over or something. Look. There's hit an animal. Yeah, someone could have like literally hit an animal.
Or somebody could just be looking at an animal as you drive by that's like unalive on the side of the road.
Yeah, road.
You could have saw roadkill.
Yeah,
somebody could have saw roadkill.
But I smell a skunk. Okay, so someone's car probably got sprayed. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of smell. But there's something about ground and center. Okay, balance, right? Yin and yang, like that kind of energy. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this young fella on this card right here on the ground and center. As you look at the energetic signatures around him, it's kind of like I'm seeing him maybe full of a lot of emotions that he doesn't understand, or maybe he can't balance. So when you ground yourself, it's a way of, like, say, depression, stress, confusion, all of these things. You kind of like getting what you want from the universe, and you essentially getting rid of what you don't when you ground, right? Man.
Well, first of all, you know, even when we go out there and we do our grounding and we do our breath work and we do our meditations and we do our prayers outdoors or whatever we may do, you know, it really allows you to connect with the divine, right? You know, everything outside is of the divine, right? And so it's such a beautiful connection. There could be something significant. I'm picking up butterflies again, okay? We had a yellow butterfly like run into the car today, and I'm feeling like you did too. Someone did too. There was a yellow butterfly, and it literally like went right across your car is what I'm picking up. There's something significant about basketball, okay?
Big on the butterfly. Like the butterfly could be actually an ancestor, could be tracking you, or could be very much like sending you messages. Right? And when you're dealing with the birds or the insects and you're dealing with receiving messages, I know it might sound crazy, but just take some time to understand. It's all about stilling your mind down.
Yeah.
And you can kind of resonate with what's being said to you.
So, you know, whenever we go out, today I actually had time to really sit and meditate by myself. It's really good to like take those moments to yourself and really find out, you know, where your head is, clear your head. So as I sat there today, while we were grounding, I intentionally allowed my brain to be clear. And I just sat there and thanked God for everything, right? I was just like, you know, God, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. And when I was done, I just sat there with a still mind. You know, we don't realize how much stuff we literally have on our mind every day. We work, right? We have family. We have thoughts. You know, we deal with wickedness and principalities and wickedness in high places, right? So we have a lot of evil that we fight off every day, and we just run and we rip and we run and we rip and we run. You know, mental health is very, very important. Taking a moment to really see where your head is, clear your head, connect with the Most High is so important. You know, remember I told you guys time, right? Time is a divine gift. When we take, you know, time to meditate and pray, right? It gives you a different kind of energy, right? It's like an energy that you can't get from anywhere else. So you could be needing to really like get grounded and centered, okay? There's something about someone needs a new broom or something. I don't know.
And as she was saying, principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places, I feel Spirit wants me to define that. Listen, spiritual wickedness in high places is war in heaven. All right? So don't get into the mind state of thinking that just because you created what seems like heaven, that you won't have to fight hell out of it. Because even in the energy of the Bible, right? Remember, Lucifer got to acting up and 3/4 of heaven got dismantled. That war took place in heaven. So that's the spiritual wickedness in high places. It's always going to be that, right? So never look for, that's one thing I'm learning as I move throughout this life. Don't look for a day, right? Like, take for instance, I'm going to give you this. High priestess, she works with people who are very old, right? And the other day, she came into contact with a particular earth angel, right? Now, you know what high priestess, she sent me a message and she was like, this lady is so loving and so like, and you know what Spirit told me? It reminded me to tell her, always remember, when light is dark, where light is, dark is present, right? No, they can't coexist at the same time. One can only have the floor, but wherever you find lightness, darkness is very near, right? It's all about who's balancing what. See, if you a thing of lightness, your temperament gonna be light, but darkness is great is there. You know why? Because it wants to offer you something, and that's reality. And it's the same way. Like, so, just always remember, with heaven comes hell.
You know, when I say we fight against principalities and wickedness in high places, you know, I also want to make a reference to the things we fight every day in real life. Like, you know, we battle with corporations that, you know, want us to work for wages that are not feasible, right? We battle against court systems that are sometimes not just, right? We just had a young brother in North Carolina that was hung, and they're saying that he hung himself, which we know we don't hang ourselves, straight up. We don't hang ourselves, right? That's one thing, okay? We battle against we battle against these churches that are supposed to be for us, but you know they're not, right? We battle against these things every day, right? Which is ultimately, you know, heaven and hell, right? It could be anything, right? We battle against cops that are supposed to be protecting us and that are taking our lives, right? Like that kind of energy. So know that some of these battles are so big, it's above us, right? So we have to have spiritual protection, right?
Shout out to the good cops.
Oh, absolutely. We love y'all. It's a lot of we have a lot of good protecting officers on our page. So thank you guys so much for everything that you do, right? We greatly appreciate you, but we do have to speak about, you know, everything here. So I just wanted to break it down that, yes, you know, if you're fighting a corporation that's not paying you fairly, that's wickedness in high places as well, right? Anyone that has leverage over someone and that can ultimately, you know, what am I trying to say? Change your everyday living and make it hard, right? That could be a battle in wickedness in high places. So it could be a lot of different aspects. But let's see. Oh, this one. Help me out, okay? Help your girl out. I just heard Joshua.
I heard Molly.
There's something about mask off, okay? You could take your mask off. You could take your mask off. You know, I feel like, honestly, as a
Wow.
Abola Nimba.
Abo number.
Nimba. Let me get it out. Nimba. Harvest. Nimba. I'm probably saying it wrong. I might be murdering this one, but I believe it's let me make sure. Nimba. Yeah, we got it. And it's harvest, right? Harvest. I feel like this is just reaping all of the benefits of all the all the seeds you've been planting. See, it's harvest season. It's like the energy. I told you guys, like anything that you have been working so very hard to get is coming to you tenfold, right? That's just the law of attraction. I feel like God is so giving right now, so abundant. Harvest, right? I feel like, divine being, I feel like there's someone literally that your cup is about to overflow. Your basket is about to overflow. Your life is about to change. I feel like things have been literally, I don't know. I feel like things could have been difficult for you, but I feel like it's a time for celebration. Harvest is here. I feel like, I feel abundance and prosperity is what I want to say.
When I think about harvest, harvest is great. It's beautiful. The harvest looks amazing when it comes in. But what precedes the harvest is the technology of the supplanter. Like the person that plants the harvest, they got to know what season. They got to till the ground. It's a lot of hard work that goes into planting the crops. So when you see harvest, somebody put some work in. Mm-hmm. You put some good work in.
You could be 43 years old or 29 watching us. Okay? There's something significant about the fall here as well.
Being
okay.
43.
Someone could be like,
I see corn and everything.
There could be someone's birthday on October 29th.
Somebody's ancestors are singing. Right? As I'm looking on this, it kind of reminds me of my grandmother Alice. Remember I told you she had long white hair? Like, before my great-grandmother Alice, my last time seeing her, and the mundane, I was around I may have been around about 8 years old. I mean, this woman put so much in me, and she kept contact with me. Even after she transitioned, she would come to me in my thoughts, and we would have conversations. And a lot of people, they would look at me, like my aunts and stuff. One particular, my aunt Gloria, I had a conversation with her one day, and half of the stuff that I was remembering, it was from conversations that I had with my great-grandmother in my sleep. Because I would have so much information from her, and people would be like, he couldn't possibly have been talking to her that much, right? But now that I ascended into my purpose, and I understand the energy of a shaman, I say somebody's ancestors are singing.
I feel like, I also feel like with this harvest card here, as I look at it, it's like, I feel like you're going to have a break, okay? Because like you said, you have been working extremely hard, right? I feel like someone has been like putting in overtime, okay? Like there's someone that has been just trying to do whatever they have to do for whatever this is, but there's something about you being able to relax a little bit more, divine being.
Somebody had to hold something a while. Somebody was holding like a secret, or somebody.
I feel like someone's free.
Yeah, somebody was holding something, and whatever it was, your ancestors, I can see them under the moon. They under the. See, it looked like it just reminds me of the word the Amavesia, where like it's ancestral moon energy, and you got two feminines, and they just singing, right? So someone's pleased.
Someone could be like very flexible, or like a gymnast, or like gymnastics. What do you call it?
A gymnast.
A gymnast. Okay, excuse my ghetto.
Indeed.
Speaking, y'all, but yeah,
it
a
feels
gymnast,
good,
like
though. Like I feel them. They
acrobat, like acrobats What do you call it? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
There we go.
You know how I know that they singing? I just noticed this. It's bongos. They bongos.
Yeah, that's bongo. They're having a
they having the ancestors is having a whole
Someone could have like gone to a festival today. Okay?
Or this could be the ancestors having a festival. Like literally, like somebody made their ancestors very happy.
I'm hearing a lovely day.
Lovely day.
A lovely day. A lovely day. Lovely day. Hey.
Lovely day. Lovely day. A lovely, lovely day. Yeah, I felt that energy.
You heard me. We had to get that in.
Got it.
All right, come on. Yeah. Okay, so we have, when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. Ooh. See, that's like the energy of, I always say that whenever you put an effort and you take a step, God is always going to come right there and step right with you. So it's like, it's like that kind of energy. It's like knowing that you do attract everything you desire like a magnet. Because who could do it better than you, boo? Nobody. Right? It's like that kind of energy. Someone's very abundant here. Your energy is abundant. Your time is abundant. Right? There's something about abundance here. And I see vegetations or plants or whatever. There's something that's growing so beautiful here. There could definitely be someone pregnant.
As some family are reuniting, tune into the energy of abundance. I become abundant. It's like almost like what she was saying about grounding. It's kind of like, the world is one big old macrocosm, and then we are a reflection of the world through a word known as microcosm. So if I want some more power in my microcosm, I want to plug into the macrocosm, right? So it's like...
you want to plug into my macrocosm?
Not the macrocosm. And create
I'm just trying to make him laugh.
Orgasmocosm.
We can do that.
Now we can do that, though.
I was going to say that, though. What you thought I was going to disagree? All right, but anyway, so the energy says attract. Okay, I'm very attracted.
When I tune into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So plug in the source, right?
Ooh. We got Queen Nandy in the building. Okay, intuition, right? I feel like this is the collective. The collective is, huh?
You done messed me what I'm doing.
Oh! I'm sorry. I get excited. Because I see intuition and I feel like, honestly, I feel like as a collective, we are so intuitive. I feel like we are putting things together for everyone. That's how we were able to bring people like Diddy down, right? As a collective, people really just being tired of things being held back. So I feel like, as we are in the age of Aquarius, things are being released. The air is being clear. God is allowing things to flow how they should naturally without disruptions, right? Now, it can look like that, right? Because I told you that, the one thing that the evil one is good at is illusions, right? So I feel like there could be a lot of illusions.
I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I feel so connected to this whole energy of this Diddy Combs energy, and it's because I was dealing with an adversary that was operating from the same spirit as him, right? I'm talking about they could be related in the spirit. How the proximity of their movements, it's almost like, but the divine is taking that whole thing down. You could, if you really tapped in and you really are a divine being, right? True to true form, then you feel what I'm saying. It's a tower. This is a tower moment that's happening. Right? And you think like this the thing about it. That energy permeated through this whole world, man. These guys they connected to this darkness that you don't understand, right? And it's not all of them that you know now, but you gonna know them. They gonna come. But I just say that it feels like the divine is literally doing this with the whole energy. You ever broke a crab and you break its leg by a leg? It feels like the divine is dismantling this spirit, right? Forget the people. It's the spirit.
It's the spirit.
Because see, we all are spirit beings, right? And I want you to understand. They saying justice, right? We move toward justice as a collective, right? You know how it works? It's an energy that evil don't understand, right? Justice is always going to prevail over that kind of energy, right? Even when it was winning, justice was prevailing. You understand? Because see, they evil will win sometime, but it'll never prevail.
Well, it's a temporary win anyway.
Right. Everything with evil is a temporary
instant
illusion.
gratification and temporary wins. That's all you're going to get. Right?
So I feel again that the divine is, I mean, it's some people that's about to start being blessed out there, man. You're about to feel a freedom and liberty in your spirit like you didn't feel in a long time. Because cycles are closing. That's what the Diddy Combs arrest is really all about. It's about, you know how many people are Diddy Combs all around this world? You know how many people are plugged into this spiritual energy, all this occultic, ritualistic, dark energy all around the world? But you know how many people are waking up and we stepping into the realm of the metaphysical like, hold up. It's our turn to be here, and we're going to do it the right way. We're going to take our gifts, and we're going to use them to help humanity, right? Because I'm telling you, there's nothing like, you know how I felt when I first picked these cards up and I shuffled them in real life? I mean, not that social media is not real life. We're very much connected to y'all energy. But I'm talking about a person that's in dire straits coming to you like, can you please help me? And I'm like, and then spirit goes, and then that person come back to you, and they know God is real because he worked through you. Not what the preacher said, because a lot of time the preacher prescribes something that ain't work. It didn't work. That's why you gotta go back every Sunday. Then another thing with that. But it's nothing like the feeling of a person coming back to you like, God is real. Hold up what they was talking about over there in the pews. But I know God is real because you were able to look into my life and say something about my life. And that's what we doing with the gift. We not astral traveling and stealing from people. We not unaliving people. We not sodomizing the world, so to speak, right? We standing for what's right. And no, we not perfect, right? Nah. But we know how to stand in what's perfect. See, I learned how when I don't feel perfect, I'll go stand in the lake. The lake is perfect. Look, and there's somebody in the lake on a boat, as I said. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so we're going to pull this 101. We'll draw 2 more energies out here.
Somebody's birthday could be January 1st.
Ramirez could be significant. I'm hearing Ramirez, Winston, Carlton, Few. This just flew out. Okay, what do we got? Embrace. Oh, wow. This one of my favorite cards in this deck, actually. This card, the comics be scared of this one. Okay. Embrace positive change.
Wow.
Parvati, one of my favorite energies, feminine. Embrace what fate has in store for you. Positive change. That's a wonderful card. I mean, that's just a wonderful spread. Like I said, I told you some of our ancestors are singing. So embrace what fate has in store for you, right? This ain't too a karmic. Because you know how you know if you karmic or not? If I say embrace what fate has in store for you and you feel fear, you karmic. If I say embrace what fate has in store for you and you know you put some work in and you know that you're doing something right, or you know that you representing justice out here in the mundane and justice in these spiritual streets. If that's you, embrace the positive change. The divine is about to line you up. And that's the word that I'm hearing him come. The divine is about to line you up with many different oddities, right? See, blessings come in many different forms. I'm going to tell y'all something I had to learn, right? When I first started my journey, they kept speaking about 10 pentacles, right? And me being newly awakened, I'm like, well, when the money coming? You know what I'm saying? They keep saying 10 pentacles. Every reader talking about 10 pentacles. Did you receive it yet? And I'm like, what is 10? I ain't got no money. Like, I'm broke. What you mean? I got 10. Outside say, pentacles is money on this card. What is pentacles? And see, this was before the ancestors really dealt with me. And then I went to sleep and they touched me up with the meaning of pentacles. And as they touched me, because see, at first when I stepped into my journey, I used to try to read the card. High priest, what does mean? High priest. And then I wasn't aware that it's a gift. Reading cards is when you see all these YouTube read, they not reading. They reading other people's stories. They reading energy in the cards. That's all. See, that ain't the same thing. Then you have those readers that read and they not saying nothing that they saying. The majority of people saying one thing, but the readers that's really divine, they got a message out the pocket that's going to tell you, look, stand against that. So what happened with me, y'all, was as they begin to touch me up, the cards begin to come alive to me. And then I realized, okay, I got my 10 of Pentacles, right? It was the gifts through my clairs, you know, being able to identify, okay, this is my great-grandmother Alice talking to me. Okay, this is my mother talking to me. Okay, this is my father who chose to redeem himself. Remember when my father, there was some stuff that went on in the mundane, and my father, because he was a knucklehead, he decided to make a change, right? Because it was a lot going on. So my bloodline was kind of everybody doing their thing. I'm talking about these are energies that don't even have a body, y'all. So once I felt him get it right, he came through and I was like, oh, all right, this nigga done chose to get himself together, right? And what happened was I began to see things about my own life, right? And I began to understand that in order for me to save my very life, I have to artistically express what the ancestors are giving me. And you know what it did? It was a power like I never seen before, y'all. Because it began to pull, it began to turn deaf ears to me. It began to reverse lies that were told. It began to be a thing where people, they can got the evil. Ain't nothing like a lie that a person went from hell and got the energy of hell to put on you. They big lies that'll drive you to your grave. Well, when the divine stepped in and gave me 10 pentacles, I had enough energy to make people be like, that he's not lying. That's the truth. I don't know this guy. In fact, I'm only looking at him because somebody told me something negative about him. But I'll be darned if he ain't speaking the truth. That's the truth. I can trust it. Know how we know? Because the divine does that. Air shaman. That was my energy, right? Fire shaman. Working together. So all around what happened was the divine began to put forth an energy, and it established us as your everyday spirit mediums, your everyday psychic intuitive. The people that y'all rely on to tell y'all the truth about what's going on in the spirit, because why? God gave us the gift to resonate with you. That's 10 pentacles. Then I got it one day. I was like, thank you, Lord. I don't need $1 for real, right? And then God said, that's how you get what you want. Acknowledging what you got. Stop overlooking what you got. A lot of y'all already got what you want, right? It's just in a deeper place. You looking in the wrong spot. You looking at yourself and seeing yourself wrong. Ask yourself, before I get out of here, right? Ask yourself, when you wake up, are you standing for justice? Or are you standing for injustice? And once you make that decision, right, don't worry about what you're about to do. You won't mess up. Don't worry about what you're going to forget. You're going to forget a lot. And God forbid, don't worry about your imperfections, right? Every day you wake up in your spirit and you look in that mirror in the mundane, ask yourself, today, am I standing for justice in the universe or injustice? And then move out from there. Because trust me, that's embracing what fate has in store for you.
That was your reading, y'all. We love you guys so much. We thank everybody that has been rocking with us. We elemental beings, and we out of here. We'll see y'all next time.